G'day mate and welcome back to Factorio with me, Jitty. In our last episode we put together our wonderful orbital factory, the ice cube, which means it's now time to leave the wonderful warm Narvis and head off to a slightly colder place. We need to head out to Aquilo, which means I need to jump into the ship and go for a quick trip. So what I want to do before we make our maiden voyage through the inner planets, picking up any extra goodies we can, I need to ask you a very important question. Of course, that being, can I borrow a lac? I just like to borrow a lac. I like to borrow a lac early in the video. Not happy with the video, didn't enjoy the video. I tell you what, I will leave you on Aquillo, and you can warm the place up by yourself. This is our ice cube. This is the, I think, finalized design. I might end up adding a few more solar panels, a few more beacons just to fill in a little bit more of the space. But we have our ammo production down here, the bottom left-hand corner. Also, we have our wonderful re-roller. We have plenty of ice and water manufacturing in the rear, because obviously I need to run a whole lot of water to run, well, things like nuclear power. Also, potentially oil processing. Yes, we have our sulfur processing. We have our ice and calcite processing. We have our iron and copper processing. I do have an exit belt for excess iron and also excess carbon, should that ever happen. You probably really need to prioritize to the left. Yeah. We have over here in the bottom right hand corner, we have our copper production, we have our iron production, which gives us pipes, underground pipes, plates, gears, steel, sticks, concrete, refined concrete, all the things you might need in an orbital factory to go to a new planet. We obviously have our rocket production. It's going to be very, very important when we get to bigger asteroids. We have blue circuits and LDS manufacturing right here. Everything is making sure it's being sent over to the main hub, along with, of course, I have heat pipes here as well, because we're going to need heat pipes at Aquilo. So this is our little orbital factory, and this should have everything we need to get across to the other planets to make sure that we can pick up anything. Well, actually, there's one other thing I want to do, and that is I want to make a stop at the other planets to see if I can pick up better quality speeds, efficiencies, bots, some quality modules, those sorts of things. So yes, we're going to make a quick trip through all the other planets, see if I can pick up any extra goodies, and then we're going to give this its final voyage, its final maiden voyage to Aquilo, where hopefully we can make a landing. We can hopefully, once we've landed, make sure that we can set up and make sure we can survive the wonderful warm planet that is Aquilo. But what I need to do is, I think I need to skip forward, because I don't think we need to see this ship move around the inner planets. Sure, it does have a speed of 121, which is not too bad, and technically we're burning through the fuel, so technically it's going to slow down, but that's a later problem. It's designed to be efficient. Yeah, it's also, how much? Almost 3,000 tons. It's a big ship. Anyway, I will see you when we've got to Fulgola, and we're going to head off to Aquilo. We've arrived at Fulgola, we've stopped at the other planets, we've picked up whatever goodies we can. We have some of the higher quality speed modules, yep. Also some of the higher quality efficiency modules. Have as many construction robots as I could get. Of the uncommon quality, also a couple of rare qualities. Not enough in my books, but at least something. Plenty of logistics spots in higher quality as well. And we're pretty much ready to embark for Aquilo. So that's our autosave to make sure that everything hopefully goes to plan, and we can send this ship off on its way. We are, of course, making heat pipes right here. We are using whatever copper comes into this platform to turn that into heat pipes. Currently, we have 800 heat pipes in stock. Well, I've told the machine to turn off at 1,000, but with all that said and done, we just need to wait for us to travel the 30,000 kilometers. 30,000 kilometers until we get there. So let's just go for a quick ride across the system. We've arrived safe and sound, and power-wise, I have a feeling it's going to be pretty bad. No, we're still making 27 megawatts from just solar, even with the minus 40%. Yeah, it's still something. The reactor's definitely going flat out, doing 37.7. It's pretty much about as much as we can get out of this one. In theory, if I add another turbine, we get a little bit more power out of it. But I think I'm pretty happy as is. You're set to only turn on if it gets too cold. You probably should have a stack size of just one. Yeah, maybe a small oversight right there. Can I pull those out? Cool. All right, so we've arrived. I have plenty of resources ready to go on our, well, on our tiny little ship. Yeah, so we should... Fuel cells. Yeah, there's a decent number of fuel cells. That's probably the only thing I probably need to worry about. But with that done, let's go and drop to the planet and check out what Aquilo has to offer for us. Alright, so let's look at our tech. So, I need to mine a big lithium ice formation. Huge lithium ice formation. It's not a big one, but I'll mine that anyway. That's another huge. Big. Okay. Alright, so that unlocks that. Next one I need to do is this one, which is craft item lithium plate. Alright, we'll add that to our list. Before I add that to our list, can we have a look around? We have a whole lot of nothing. Alright. Can I go to the ice cube? Can I throw down construction bots? And how many construction bots can I keep active? I can keep 400. So that was 100. Can I throw down robots? Thrown down. That should be everything I need. Can I turn off trash? No, turn off trash, please. Cool. Oh, this thing get trashed. Why? I've set 250 as my max. I sent down too many. Can I just set this to 300 for right now? Yeah. All right. So with that done, we are now at the point where we can, well, mass deconstruct, which is going to be dangerous, mainly because Aquillo has robot energy usage times by 5, which is problematic. Yeah, if I have these guys do too much, they're going to absolutely drain all the power I have in my suit. So we probably need to be a little bit more careful. All right. I do need to go back to our ice cube, and I do need to ship down a few things. First thing I'm going to need to ship down is, of course, the cargo landing pad. Also, can I get 2 lots of bays? Can I also, because we're going to need them on Aquillo, if we remember from the dialogue earlier, we can only build generally on concrete. So can I ship off some concrete as well? And, well, whilst we wait, just, you know, clean up. Just do a little bit of cleanup. Cool. Can I have that, please? And this one... Nope, that was only 10. This one. Yeah, can I pick that up manually? I don't really want the bots to pick up 300 lots of concrete. All right, so I have a few things. That's something I don't need. So I have a few things. We have some ice platforms, also some ice and some concrete. So first off, can I throw down just a little bit of ice? Also concrete, all of it. Again, I will love Aquillo. Aquillo's the planet I'm actually allowed to concrete, top to bottom. And then I want to put this probably right there. Yeah, I want to get this as far out of the way as possible. All right, so with you down, I am going to cheat just a little bit, and I'm going to put down a pre-made one. Pre-made one is, well, my group of all the different things that I do have on our ship. I do need to add a couple of things that are in this group. We're going to turn on this group eventually, just not right at the moment. I want to add in that. I want to add in, obviously, chem plants. Well, obviously those are also chem plants. We're gonna need to have roboports in a higher quality, please, and assemblers. I think that's all I needed. No, heating towers. I'm gonna need heating towers. Of course, we're gonna need heating towers. Heating towers are gonna be very important on a cold planet. Heating towers, that one. And we have nuclear reactors. Yes, we do, because that's going to be one of our first jobs, getting power up and running. Also, efficiency modules, because power is going to be a problem. Can I set you to 500? And can I set you to, well, all that I've got, 100? All right, so with that started, can I grab these guys? Can I put you here, and here, and here, and here, and here? Cool. I'm out of concrete. Yeah, I'm out of concrete. All right. So, but with a few more platforms down, it means we can get things dropped down a little bit faster. All right. First thing I need to do is I need to plan sort of backward. Can I start off with my nuclear reactor? I'm going to want to put the nuclear reactor here. Because I'm going to need power. Yeah. Also, with my nuclear reactor, I'm going to want a burner inserter right here. I'm going to plug the burner inserter or wire the burner inserter into the reactor. I want to set the burner inserter to override stack size just to 1 and enable disable. And you can run if... Nope. Control F, T. Cool. If T, being the temperature signal, is less than 650, then you're allowed to insert fuel. Fuel is going to come down slowly. It's going to get it here eventually. Also, I'm going to want to have heat pipes. Okay. Because we're going to need to make power. Obviously, nuclear reactor is probably a good way to go. There's a catch with that. The biggest catch being I need to heat the reactor and all the reactor pieces. So we need to plan to be able to heat this. And to do that, I'm going to run heat pipes down the side because everything on Aquilo will freeze given half the chance. Can I have that? Can I also have that? And can I have those? Cool. Can I grab substation? Can I throw a substation? Actually, my first substation is going to be here, I think. Can I throw that to there, and heat pipe? Yep, okay, so can I throw you there? Can I throw you here, and so on and so forth? Can I just cheat and throw in that? Okay. Concrete. Need some of that. Alright, so. No. Well, there's stuff in my inventory now. Cool. Alright, just what I needed. Okay. Cool. Alright, so, oh, because I shift replaced. Alright, yeah, please don't replace the hub. Cool, that doesn't even line up. Alright, big power grid. Can I throw the big power grid here? That's why it broke. Alright. Nope, can't build on ice. Can I put down some concrete? And I don't have enough ice platforms left. Alright, let's try and deconstruct some stuff and see if I get some ice platforms in the wonderful rocks that we have on the planet. And one of the first things I want to do is get power up and running. So we have just a little bit of solar. Solar is pretty pointless here, but I need to have a option to get the power rolling. And can I throw that there? And there. And there. And there. Okay, power. We are currently producing a grand total of 500 kilowatts. Yep. Solar's next to useless, but it's my best option. In fact, it's my only option to get the ball rolling. Can I copy that and place in just a few accumulators so we can store up some power? If I can store up enough power, then eventually we can do something with said power. Alright, can I just throw this stuff down pretty randomly because we're going to end up removing all the bits I don't need in not so distant future. Can I get rid of that? Can I get rid of that? Can I get rid of this? That rock. I just need to sort of tidy up as we go. Yep. If I don't need to put down the ice platforms, can we not put down the ice platforms just for the moment? Alright. So. You're waiting for my one piece of nuclear fuel to come in. Oh, you ran out of fuel beforehand. Okay. Put you back. There you go. You've got a piece of nuclear fuel. You're happy. Alright, and we've put some fuel in here, so that should start that process off. Alright, can I grab heat pipes? Cool. Alright, so with heat pipes in, can I... Oh, and robots. Can I actually just get a decon planner? Can I set you for that? Cool, that got whatever was missing. Alright, can I throw you there, you there, you there, you there, and you there? Alright, I need to run heat into here and into here. Alright. Really? I'm gonna have to start making ice platforms real soon. Cool. Alright. Okay. So these little heat pipes will make sure that these turbines are going to be heated At the same time, can I remove that one? And can I run heat through to here? Yeah, something's going to be very, very important on Aquillo is every single time you put down a heat pipe is has the same potential energy in it as 5,000 steam, which means I want to make sure my heating, my power grid, being this one, is going to be separate from my heating grid. We're going to add a heating grid in a second, but for the moment, I just want to work on power. For power, can I get the other important thing that we need to make power? That being, of course, well, water. So I'm going to need to have chem plants. Can I have a chem plant here? And really, am I short? I'm short. Okay. Can we remove that? And can I remove that? Okay, turns out I don't have chem plants. Yeah, I'd really like it if I had bots that deliver things to me. Okay, so we're going to use the same recipe that we use in space, which is to melt ice and turn that into water. Can I actually put that probably up there? Yep. And can I get a tank? And can I put a tank there? I want a second one. Okay, because you provide 20 water per second. You guys use 10 water each, therefore a total of 40 water. So can I put you here? Okay, can I disconnect from the heat network? Cool, that way I'm not going to waste any heat, just whilst I go through and try and solve this problem. So we're going to want to have you to there. I'm going to want to have an inserter here. And an inserter here. No. Here. Okay, can I then have a box? A box that we can put ice in. Also, can I have an upgrade planner? Okay, I just removed something. In my upgrade planner, I want to put in efficiencies. I want to have empty module slots into efficiency 3s, count limit of 2. All right, because that'll cut down my power usage to next to nothing for every machine, which is going to be very, very important. Can I swipe both of those guys? All right, so I need to get heat into this machine, also into all these pipes and into there. And on top of that, I'm going to also want a tank. As I said, we'll put the tank there, and we'll add a heating pipe there. Can I have a substation here? Cool. And that should be everything I need. Can I throw half my ice in there? And that way we can start, hopefully, making just a little bit of water. If I can make a little bit of water, we can get these guys up. Temp power is still horrible, but because I put down some accumulators, we put some charge in the accumulators, we should be able to draw some of that power out of the accumulators and at least run this at full speed for a little while until, well, the reactor turns on. The reactor's up to 230 degrees. So it's going to be a minute. All right, with that happening, can we look at research? So when we first did the research, we found, well, when we first did the research for Aquillo, we unlocked the ammonia cal solution, yes, which is basically the water. The water everywhere. We can plug that into a chem plant or a cryogen plant, not that I have one yet, and that'll give me ice and ammonia. Ice is going to be very, very important to make sure power keeps running. Also, on top of that, I can also take ammonia and crude oil to get solid fuel. Also, I can take solid fuel, water, and more ammonia and get rocket fuel. And more importantly, I can take some ice plus some ammonia and therefore make ice platforms. So I think that's the very first thing I want to work on. I also want to work on a heating tower. I think wherever I put this is going to be the wrong position, but I want to throw you right there for now. I'm going to give you a burner inserter. Therefore, you're going to take my one piece of nuclear fuel. Might change that to 2 just so we have a spare. Oh, there you go. And you are going to eat 2 pieces of nuclear fuel. Perfect. And then eventually we're going to have a heating tower. Okay. Can I grab offshore pumps? Offshore pumps. Can I... Can't put that there because I never know where these damn things are. Okay, can I throw you there? Can I actually make sure that I have some of those in my inventory? That'll probably help. And can I throw down one of these guys? I want you to be doing this recipe. Okay, so that's going to give me access to both ammonia and it's also going to give me access to ice. All right, I didn't do something with that. The first thing I need to do with that is actually make some ice platforms. So ice platforms are over here and they're going to bring in ice plus ammonia and that'll give me ice platforms. We're going to have pipe, underground, underground, and output, input. Okay, and box. Okay, so you make 50 per second, you consume 16 per second, but if I run max rate over the top too, I can see I'm above by 33 per second. So if I'm above by 33 per second, I can probably easily add another one over here to then consume more ammonium, and I'm still above by 16 per second. So if I throw another one, let's say here, and another inserter, go up a bit, and you, and then another underground there to there, and then run max rate over the top, I can see that I'm now negative on ice. Negative on ice is not perfect, but it's something. Okay, can I have an output? Can I go output, output, and let's go with passive providers, so that way in theory I can get the robots to collect them. And can I have heat pipes? Definitely going to want heat pipes on the hotbar. All right, so we need to heat everything. So best way to heat everything is to start running heat pipes just about everywhere. You are going to heat this pipe. You're going to heat this machine, these pipes. You're going to heat this collection of pipes and this inserter. You're going to come over here and heat this one. Also need to come around the back and heat that one. I need to run up to here to heat this lot. I also need to run over here to heat this. Actually, I just need to run, yeah, that'll run that one. That'll heat that one. I need to heat this inserter. I need to heat this inserter and this inserter. And I don't need to heat that machine. That's fine. So that should be everything heated. Rotate? Rotate. Really wants to piston backward. Okay. The artillery is working. He's just outside range. Yeah, outside range. Cool. All right, so that should work. Can I guess, plug that into the heat network? And then we can see that you are, well, you were 600 degrees, and we can see how quickly the temperature drops because every single heat pipe needs to absorb a whole bunch of temperature. Also, I need to wire you into there, have you retemp, and set you to only run if T is less than, let's go with 130 for now. I don't want to waste fuel. Yeah, preferably. And you should now be running. Now, my biggest problem with this little design, even though it's going to make new platforms, oh, my other problem is this. Yeah, let's have some efficiency modules. Okay. My other problem is you have water, you're just still not hot enough. Up to 400 degrees, we're close. All right, so my biggest problem with this design is if we run max rate over the whole thing, we're negative on ice, which means we're positive on ammonia, which means the ammonia will eventually back up in these pipes. So I'm going to put a tank here at, yeah, I know pipe's in the way, you meant to replace the pipe. Go put a tank there. I'm just going to have to come by every now and then and hit delete on all the extra ammonia in this system just to keep it empty. But this is going to be our very first start to make ice platforms. Ice platforms are going to be very, very important to, well, our continuing expansion. So that's the first recipe looked at. Second recipe I want to look at is the solid fuel. So if I have crude oil, luckily enough, I seem to have some crude oil right here. If I have some crude oil and I mix that with ammonia, I get solid fuel. And you're going to make 2 per second. And if I put 1 beside you and you make rocket fuel, you need 1 per second. So, well, 1 solid fuel per second. So therefore, if I have 2 of you doing solid fuel, 1 of you doing rocket fuel, we're good, but I also need to have some ice. So to make ice, I need to have another machine to do the ice melting recipe, and that's going to produce too much ice. Frozen, but the calculator doesn't work. No. This is +3. You make 2 per second, plus you make 2 per second, and you only need 1 per second. Okay, so 2 rocket fuels to 1 solid fuel. That's better. Okay, 2 rocket fuels to 1 solid fuel, and also I need 130 ammonia. You make 50 ammonia, so if I have 3 of you guys, 1, 2, 3, then we're at a situation where I'm positive on water, which is good. It's one of the things I needed. Also, I'm positive on ice. Positive on ice means any system like this that's negative on ice, I can then, well, use some ice. I don't know if they use 0 power whilst they're frozen. Nope, they still use power even when frozen. Ah, that's annoying. All right, so I can then be positive on ammonia. That's okay. It just means everything else will run a little bit slower. A little bit slower. Yeah, being positive on ammonia. Positive on ammonia means I'm going to be negative on ice, which is fine because I'm positive on ice. I'm also positive on water. So I want to take a system like this and I want to incorporate it into, well, these, because this is obviously going to consume ice all the time to make water, to run the reactor, to make the power. And also this system should give me solid fuel. Solid fuel I could burn instead, rather than nuclear fuel, because technically I have a limit on the amount of nuclear fuel I brought with me. The ice cube only has with it, well, 400 pieces of nuclear fuel or uranium fuel currently, which is fine for right now, as long as I don't burn through it too quickly. All right. So I want to take this system and I want to move it and, well, put it somewhere closer to the actual crude oil itself. Yep. And also work out how we're going to plug all this together. So I need to have, okay, you're the solution. Okay. And then you are going to be dealing with crude oil. So can I flip you? We'll put you closer to the crude oil. You are going to do water, which is going to have to go somewhere between these guys, which can output ice, and then these guys, which are going to require water. And can I rotate you around and flip you? And also you guys need to have ammonia in. You also need to have ammonia in. So let's start off with shoving that out of the way. Shoving that out of the way. And let's start with these guys in some sort of way, shape, form that makes sense. So can I put you there? Can I put you here? Flip this way. And can we start off with a pipe? So you go to there. Nice, simple, love it. Let's move on. All right. If I run that to there and to there, cool. I can then plug that in there, that in there. But that means I need to also think about heat pipes. Heat pipes are going to be the biggest concern when it comes to Aquillo and how the hell we're going to heat everything. So if I have heat there, that's fine. That's that one covered. This one will need to have heat right the way across the back to cover all these pipes. Plus, I also need to heat the water, which will have to go like that. And that gives me room to get in here to heat all these water pipes. All right. Also, I technically need to heat inserters and a few other things. Can I... Okay, I want to move you up a tile. And therefore, I want to move all of that up a tile. We can move it over a little bit closer as well. And we can just link that system to that system somehow. All right, so this would be water. Water, we're going to put here, let's say. And no, we're going to put water... Okay, water's going to be easier if I bring it in from the side. Like that, and like that. Okay, can I slide you over top? All right, so that's water in. Water in needs to have ice in. Ice in needs to have an inserter, and it needs to have a belt. Okay. Plus, the machine's got to be heated itself. These machines are not heated. This one is heated, which means I do need a room down here to get heat pipes down and into, well, something down here to heat these guys. You guys are going to need to do solid fuel out, solid fuel in, rocket fuel out. So that means you're going to have to go from there to there, plus a belt. Can I remove that? Can I have you go from there to there? And that means I need to run heat pipes in around the machines, plus around those inserters, plus around that belt, and that should be some sort of combination. Also, can I get heating tower? If I put the heating tower here, let's go with here. Let's go with here. If I go with there and then I throw an inserter here, you should be able to self-heat. Heat yourself after you've been booted up. Yep, with rocket fuel. Okay, so I need to have ammonia come in here, which needs to pass through all this. Plus, I need to have the water, well, the ice output come down and feed that machine. So can I throw you guys here? Can I do output? Okay, output. Can we do pipes? So we're going to need to do pipe there, pipe there. We need to do underground pipe from there to there, and technically that's it. That means I need to have an inserter here and here, and here and here. Can I slide you all up just a little bit? And therefore I should be able to go... Let's do this as a set, and then we'll have you as an individual, because that means it's better expandability in the future, because we're probably going to want to expand this. Bring that to there. That's going to do my ice, and then I can take the excess ice, because this outputs excess ice. There, and we can take that on to say there, and then take it down in a second. All right. Can I have you go to there? All right, heat pipe wise, we're going to need to bring heat into these inserters, that pipe, that machine, plus that pipe, that inserter. Yeah, I'm going to need one in there. I'm going to need one in there. And then I still need to get solution in the back. Plus, I also need to heat that underground. I think just like that. That should do us. Yes. Okay, that should be everything heated. So we just need to have some platforms. Yoink and yoink. And have you got the temp yet? You have got the temp. Excellent. So we actually have real power. So that's a nice bonus. And therefore, that should all get built. All right. Can I get in another offshore pump? Can I put you here, I guess? No, I am going to have to heat the pipes at the back. Underground from there. That's not enough room. Can I put you here instead? Okay, can I throw... I don't have undergrounds. Okay, can I throw underground from there to there? That way we can do those two. Then I can come to here and do that one as well. All right, so that means heat pipes need to come around the back. They need to heat that, plus they need to heat that. Okay, that should be a working system. Should be. Apart from the excess ice. The excess ice that we need to... Actually, for right now, we need to just shove into a box. And... Box. Cool. Shove it in a box and then we'll worry about it later. Alright, can I throw a substation here? Here? Sure. Let's start. Alright, can I grab that? Ooh. Sure. I don't really want that. Nor do I want those. Nor do I want that. Or, well, actually, I do want those, but I don't want that one. Repair packs? Not so much. Don't know why I have repair packs, but okie dokie. Yeah, I can have a few extra of every other item, I guess. Yeah, no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No. Okay, cool. All right. So let's throw fuel in there. All right. So fuel in there. That should start heating the system. In theory, if I've plugged everything together correctly, it should just work. Hopefully. So we need to wait for the heat to propagate. Now we need to make sure that each heat pipe gets to 30 degrees. Only once the building gets to 30 degrees will actually power up. So this one's at 28.9 and then 30. Bang, that's heated. And now you're running fine. I really feel bad that the world is not concreted yet, but we'll get there eventually. Okay, that's powered. That's powered. We now have the crude oil running. You're not heated. Okay, we need to heat that one as well. And you'll do my water in just a second. You're heated. The machine's heated. Yeah, I'm pretty confident, but you'll also notice that it's not really adding heat very fast. Yeah. And it's still burning through the nuclear fuel, which has 1.2 gigawatts worth of fuel, but it doesn't really hang around for very long. Actually heating up the heat pipes in the first place, it consumes an awful lot of power. We are going to wire you into you. We're going to have you do read temp. I'm going to set you to enable disable if T is less than, in this case, because this is hopefully going to be self-powered, I'm going to set this at 800 degrees. I want this to be very, very, very hot. Like glowing in the dark hot. Really want to make sure that this one is as warm as we can possibly get it. All right. So this hopefully gets heat through to the end. I need to have this section heated. That should turn you on. That should get this process running. And therefore should make us some rocket fuel. Now we have power up and running. One thing I do want to do is I want to have the auto robot network add a thingamajiggy bob, but I want to make sure, well, two things. One, that we give you a better quality robot. Two, I want you to be heated by both the reactor and I also want you to be heated by the heat network, because one of the things I do want to do is I want to keep the power network, like I said, separate from the heating network. I think that's going to be very, very important long term. Also think it's going to be important that I keep that topped up with ice for the moment manually. Can I grab that? Can I grab that? And can I grab you? Can I make sure that that's turned on and that's turned on and that's turned on? That's turned on. Okay, can I throw you guys in there? And can I get storage chests? Can I put a stack of storage chests down there? Storage chests don't need to be heated. None of the chests need to be heated, thankfully. And that should be enough to get the grid running and us to have robots. Okay. Hey, everything looks like you're fine. So you're full of ammonia. I didn't plug ammonia into there. That would do it. Can I run? Ooh. Okay, no, this should be fine. Okay, so I didn't have a heat pipe there. No. Okay, it's gonna get awkward. That's fine. I can do that. I can then run that to there, and then I can run that to there. Okay, that's my ammonia. I mostly got it working. All right. Also means that I now need another set of undergrounds here to make sure the ice gets transported across. So you're making ice, you're making water. We have too much water in the network. That's fine. You guys are consuming solid fuel. You need to have 10 solid fuel to then make one bit of rocket fuel. One bit of rocket fuel comes out here. It goes in there. You are now self-powered. You are now self-heated, which is our very first step. This is our first step in our Grand Aquilo adventure. I think the next thing I want to work on, which will be in the next episode, is we have a power grid. I think a heating grid. I think a heating grid sounds like a very good idea, because like we make robo grids, we make, you know, a grid for this, a grid for that. I definitely think a heating grid. A heating grid sounds like a very good idea. Also, if I have excess ice, I can dump them in these boxes. That means this system won't be negative on ice, it'll actually be positive, which won't actually get rid of the extra ammonia, but it does mean it'll run at full speed as long as I can make sure there's ice in here. If I can get enough roboport coverage by having a robo network or a power network, a power grid you might call it, or a heating grid, then therefore I can have the robots start moving around and topping up these boxes to make sure that they're full of ice or full of, well, yeah, ice. Actually, ice is probably the only thing that really matters for right now. Fuel, heat, yeah, fuel, heat, that could also matter. But for right now, I think I'm going to call this video here. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. Do hope you've enjoyed. I'll see you in the next episode where hopefully we can, yeah, work on a heating grid. I think that's going to be the really big goal. If I get a heating grid running on Aquillo, I'm going to be a lot more comfortable. Especially if I make sure I can self-propagate. The fact we make new rocket fuel so easily means that definitely I want to look at a grid that I can dump down, have it self-propagate, and therefore heat itself and keep running full time. Anyway, with all that said and done, like I said, I'm going to call the video here. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. Do hope you've enjoyed. See you in the very next video. All right, bye.